The Vatican is emerging as a possible venue for renewed peace negotiations between Ukraine and Russia. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni announced that Pope Leo XIV has confirmed his willingness to host talks aimed at ending the ongoing conflict. This development follows increased diplomatic activity involving several Western leaders and signals a potential shift in mediation efforts. The confirmation came during a phone call between Prime Minister Meloni and Pope Leo, who recently assumed his role as leader of the Catholic Church. Meloni expressed gratitude for what she called the Pope's unwavering commitment to peace. She emphasized the importance of the Vatican's role in facilitating dialogue between conflicting parties amid continued violence in Eastern Europe. Pope Leo's offer to host negotiations follows his earlier public appeal for world leaders to pursue diplomacy over war. While not directly referencing Ukraine or Russia in that address, the Pope called for dialogue, reconciliation, and mutual understanding. His remarks have since been interpreted as aligning with broader international calls for a ceasefire and formal negotiations. The Holy See has long maintained a position of neutrality in global conflicts and has historically offered itself as a mediator. Pope Leo, elected just weeks ago, is the first American-born leader of the Church. His early outreach to political leaders reflects a proactive approach to diplomacy as the war in Ukraine enters a prolonged and devastating phase.
Perché questa pace si diffonda, io impiegherò ogni sforzo. La Santa Sede è a disposizione perché i nemici si incontrino e si guardino negli occhi, perché ai popoli sia restituita una speranza e sia ridata la dignità che meritano, la dignità della pace. I popoli vogliono la pace e io, col cuore in mano, dico ai responsabili dei popoli: incontriamoci, dialoghiamo, negoziamo. La guerra non è mai.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has held recent meetings with the Pope, during which possible diplomatic pathways were reportedly discussed. Italy has also been in direct contact with other European leaders to coordinate efforts toward a possible summit. While no official date has been confirmed, diplomatic momentum appears to be gathering around the Vatican as a neutral venue. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance met with Pope Leo and delivered a personal message from former President Donald Trump. According to officials, the letter included Trump's endorsement of the Vatican as a venue for talks. The meeting suggests coordinated interest among Western figures in promoting a Vatican-based peace framework. President Trump, speaking in Washington, publicly supported the idea of holding negotiations at the Vatican.
I think it would be great to have it at the Vatican. Maybe it would have some extra significance. And I saw that it was discussed yesterday, so I thought, and people told me that they'd be honored to do it. I would imagine they would be. And so, no, I think it would be maybe helpful. There's tremendous bitterness, anger, and I think maybe that could help some of that anger. So having it at the Vatican would be, in Rome, would be a very, I think it would be a great idea.
The Vatican has not yet issued a formal statement confirming it will host the next round of negotiations.